In 4-H, 1890 Extension believes in the power of young people. 1890 Extension sees that every child has valuable strengths and real influence to improve the world around us. Thus, for Black History Month, the Charleston cluster of 1890 Extension 4-H Youth Development partnered with North Charleston Elementary School for a 4-H field experience that focused on African American history with a Sights and Insights tour of Charleston, South Carolina.
The Sights and Insights Black History Tour is something that we do for all of our 4-H participants in the month of February to celebrate Black History Month. The tour takes the 4-H participants on a tour of Charleston, South Carolina, covering downtown Charleston as well as some parts of James Island, South Carolina. This tour is always something that we like to do with the students because it teaches them about the rich history in Charleston and also gives them exposure to something besides what we do in the class.
4-H serves as America's largest youth development organization, empowering nearly 6 million young people across the U.S. with the skills to lead for a lifetime. The Charleston Cluster 4-H Field Experience allowed 5th grade students enrolled in North Charleston Elementary School 4-H program to explore Charleston's African American history and Gullah Geechee culture with Sights and Insights.
And we're going to be speaking Gullah to you, is what we said to you in Gullah. People come here from all over the world and they say to me, what is this thing you call Gullah? But I know they meant Gullah. So what is Gullah? Gullah is an English-based Creole language that's mixed with over 40 different African languages.
Al Miller, owner of Sights and Insights Tour, brings over 30 years of experience as a tour guide, and he is very involved in the city's Black art and music community scenes. During the tour, Al seamlessly blended authentic cultural expression with the retelling of events that shaped the modern-day city.
Now, this is what is left of McLeod plantations. So look to the right now. James Island had 22 plantations. If we lived back then, more than likely we would have come here by boat.
The tour featured several historical landmarks. The 1890 Extension Charleston Cluster 4-H Field Experience exposed students to the old James Island Plantation and McLeod Plantation, Charleston Old City Jail, the historical aspect of Porgy and Bess, slave quarters on James Island, and students visited graves in which African Americans were buried.
The best thing I learned is my whole history, like how the slaves and how the slave owners and this one particular man named Delmar Vesey. I learned how he didn't just care about himself, but he cared about other people inside the world.
1890 Extension's Charleston's 4-H youth development programs' reach and depth are unmatched. 4-H reaches kids in several parishes in Charleston County, from urban neighborhoods to suburban schoolyards and local government agencies. During the tour, the 4-H students were exposed to the east side of Charleston, Old Marine Hospital, and the Charleston City Market.
And today we went on a field trip downtown to see the sights of downtown Charleston, which I think was incredibly beneficial for my students because most of them have lived here their whole lives, been born here, but they haven't had the opportunity to go downtown and really get education on the history and learn about all the sites and the rich history that's in downtown Charleston. So I'm incredibly thankful for the opportunity, and I know that my kids really enjoyed it and took a lot out of it. And it was wonderful to see them engaging and looking out the window and looking at the dates and finding things that they connected to and learning the history.
As you can see, the 1890 Extension Charleston Cluster 4-H Field Experience really provided the 4-H students with an exceptional educational opportunity.
In 4-H we do aircraft stuff like building spaceships, airplanes, and also we built a small spaceship that small rocket we're gonna launch in March, and also that the whole class will be working in the big rocket so we can all launch them in March.
1890 Extension aims to bring vital, practical information to agricultural producers, small business owners, consumers, families, and young people. South Carolina State University and 1890 Research and Extension, transforming lives and inspiring greatness. For additional information about the 1890 Extension programs, please contact Delbert T. Foster, Executive Director of 1890 Programs, at 803-536-8460 or dfoster@scsu.edu.